Hi everybody, and welcome to Survival Dads. So in this video I want to show off this, or talk you through this. This is my Rush 12 first aid medic bag. This is the bag that I keep in my car, or if I'm camping with larger groups of people. If I'm camping by myself, I'm generally a little bit more streamlined, but this is my main medical kit. So yeah, if you want to stick around, I will show you what's inside and why. So a little bit about my first aid skill base. I currently hold a first aid at work qualification. I've been doing that for about 9 years now, along with all the refreshers, so I'm up to date with that. Also in February of this year I attended and passed a level 3 in outdoor first aid, which was really interesting. It gave me a lot of different ideas in terms of keeping the casualty warm and keeping the casualty safe in an outdoor environment, which I tend to find myself in quite a lot. And on top of that, I practice regularly and have had various other training through formal and informal means through various employment I've had over the years. Everything from small injuries up to somewhat major traumatic events that I've had to deal with. Some not very nice things, but luckily all those people that I've had to deal with have survived, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, so I'll show you the bag now, because you'll want to see that if I clicked on the video, and let me know what you think of it at the end of the video. Cheers. Okay, so first I will take a look at the outside of the bag. As you can see, I have a nice what I would consider a grey man colour to the bag. I don't want to be walking around in camouflage if I don't want to, because this is also a urban use bag if necessary. Covered in molly. Got the Velcro here if you want to put some patches on. I'm a bit of a patch fan, as you might know. And one other thing I've also done is I've covered it in polymath glow tags and atom lights, just so I can find the zips in the dark and in a panic if necessary. Also have the polymath glow tag on the side, and I have my blood group on there just for kicks really. Okay, so one other feature I have a glow stick on the outside for emergency signalling and also for a little bit of illumination. So that is the outside. Let's open it up and take a look at the various pockets inside. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look in this top pocket here. So I'll unzip that. Okay, so inside here I keep a whistle. I have a resuscitation face shield. And 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs of nitrile gloves. So if there is a first aid incident with someone else other than me, the first thing we're going to want to do is put on some gloves to prevent cross-contamination. Okay, so moving down, also on the front of the bag, I'm going to go into this larger compartment here. So I'll take it open. So here we have 2 pockets. You have a zipped pocket here and numerous other admin pockets down here. So I'll start with these 2 pockets on the front flap. So here I have some military issue boiled sweets, always a good source of energy and morale. And next to that I have these, which are hand warmers. Not really needed in the summer, but in the winter they can really help if you're cold. So not really a life-saving thing, more of a morale thing there. Okay, so at the bottom I have another glow stick. This is a yellow one, again for emergency signalling and also a little bit of illumination, or if you wanted to have a rave in the middle of a medical emergency, which I wouldn't recommend. Okay, so in the admin pockets we have a folding lock knife. A number of applications can be used for cutting clothing if you can't get to your trauma shears, or cutting rope and things like that. So I put that in there just to have in there. Have a small AA torch for helping find kit in the bag, signalling, or just simple illumination. We have 2 emergency foil blankets, so we want to be keeping the casualty warm, and we want to be keeping ourselves and other people warm if we're waiting for a little while for evacuation. So 2 emergency foil blankets. Have a pen. We have 2, which ones are these? These are, yep, sterile water, these 2. So this will help irrigate wounds and irrigate the eyes if you have something in your eyes. So 2 of these. We have a marker pen. If I'm putting a tourniquet on someone, or I need to write something else on a person, I'm going to write it on their forehead. That way, anyone that comes after me, whether they're at the hospital or someone else taking care of them, they're able to know what time I did certain things to that person. So, nice big marker pen, it's not going to come off very easily. Okay, next I have a eye torch. So this isn't particularly bright, and this is designed to see if you can get a pupil response from the person. Also can be used to provide a little bit of illumination. It's primarily to see how alert someone is. So, eye torch. Okay, then we have 2 respiratory masks. These I would use in the event of possible terrorist attack, something like that. So to help keep that dust and nasties out of my lungs, and one other person, perhaps a casualty. So 2 of them. Okay, now I have a rain poncho. It might be pouring down with rain. I don't want to get cold, I don't want to catch exposure. So I've got a rain poncho in there as well. Okay, so that is it for the pocket here. Actually no, it's not, there's more. I do forget. I have a portable trauma kit that I put together, which I can just take out and put in my pocket if I'm leaving the main pack behind. This contains a large Israeli dressing, some wound cleansing wipes, 2 aspirin, antihistamine, a glow stick, a cat tourniquet, and 2 pairs of nitrile gloves. So nice compact small package which can fit into my pocket. So that goes in the back of there, and pulled out if necessary. Okay, so that is what is in the front pocket. Now it will be time to move into the large one. Okay, so now time to have a look in the main compartment. So on the side you have these 2 buckles to unzip, to unclip. So 1, 2, just keeps everything nice and compressed. And open it up. And whoop, there you go. It's a bit, actually I'll put it down. There you go, I think that's a better way of looking at it. Okay, so what I've done here is all of the emergency, oh my gosh, that person is bleeding to death kit is right at the top, so I can grab it and then use it to help stem that flow of bleeding, because I feel that is the main thing I'm going to come across while camping, and also while it's in my car, being the terrorist attacks we've had of late. So I'll just zoom you in so you can get a better view of how that's laid out. Okay, so what I've done is, as I say, I've got the main equipment here, which I'll quickly just remove or replace back and show you how it's done. And I have 2 what I'm going to call throw pouches on the side. I have an emergency bivvy there, and I have these admin pouches which I have added myself. So I'm going to put it all back in, and then I'll kind of show you the contents. Okay, so first of all we'll have a look at the emergency, oh my gosh that person's bleeding to death kit on the top. So first thing we have is a cat tourniquet. So what I have done is I have already set this to go over my leg. So I've put it so it's open at the widest part of my leg. So if I do put an axe through my leg, hopefully I don't, touch wood, I'm able to deploy this without any kind of messing around. So I've got my cat tourniquet. I have a set of trauma shears with a pair of nitrile gloves weaving through them. So if I need them I can chuck them on, if not I can just pull them out and quickly deploy them to get to the source of the injury. I have 10 feet of Celox hemostatic gauze, so that's pretty awesome. So that will be used to control major bleeding. That can be used in a camp setting, road traffic accident, or a terrorist attack to help prevent extreme blood loss. I have yet another pair of nitrile gloves, you can never have too many, and I have a large Israeli dressing here as well. So that is my, oh my gosh, that person is going to bleed to death because they've just put an axe through their hand or their leg. Okay, so with that side you can see the admin pouches and you can see the 2 throw pouches. So, actually what I'll do first is I have a SOL emergency bivvy here. That is to put a casualty in if I can't evacuate them or they can't self-evacuate themselves. I don't want someone coming down with exposure and making things a whole lot worse. So I have a SOL emergency bivvy. Also, I have a head torch which goes on my cap. Normally I'm wearing my Survival Dad's cap, so I can chuck that on and provide hands-free illumination. That's got red as well. Very cool. Okay, so next we'll go through the 2 throw pouches and what they are all about. So throw pouch. The idea of it is, it's a pouch you're able to throw. So I have kit in here which I can use with the bag, but if there are multiple casualties or there's other people around me who can help other people, I can grab one of these, throw it to them, and it's basically a kit that they can use to control major bleeding if they need. So the purpose of the throw kit is to be a self-contained package which I can give to someone else, or I can use myself without the rest of the bag, that I can use to control major bleeding. So if there are multiple casualties and there's multiple people around me, I can throw them one of these and they can get to work while I'm busy doing something else. So, the contents of the bag. Drawstring admin pouch. Open it up and I have an Israeli dressing, another Israeli dressing, 1 pair of nitrile gloves, and another pair of nitrile gloves. So this can be used to get to work on someone who's not that trained. So a bystander, a road traffic accident or a terrorist attack can use these to help stop or stem the flow of blood from a casualty. Okay, and again this is the second throw pouch, so very similar contents. I have an Israeli bandage, or pressure dressing I should say, another pressure dressing, this one's a civilian version, 2 pairs of nitrile gloves. This one also has some antibacterial wipes and also a resuscitation face shield. So again, the purpose of these is to give to other people to administer aid while I work on someone else. Okay, so here what I have are the admin panels which I added in separately. So this is basically a side pouch of a Bergen, or I say a medic side pouch from a Bergen, which I have repurposed. I've also got these admin pouches from another bit of army surplus, sewn them in and created a portable mobile ambulance, so to speak. So that's quite smart. So the bag itself is fine. I can just put this in, take it out, has a carry handle on top, and everything stays nice and secure inside. So there you go, that's it back in. So what's in the bags? Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so one thing I need to do is put some labels in. So I'm going to have airway, burns, bleeding, and also miscellaneous, I think I'm doing. So we'll start with this one here. So this one is my bleeding control bit. So this is to be used for minor injuries and for injuries which have possibly already been controlled, because as I mentioned earlier, I have the emergency kit and the throw bags for super emergency use. Okay, so in here I have some steri strips, I have some hygienic wipes, I have a medicated swab here which is antibacterial, I have numerous small dressings here, whole bunch for minor bleeding, a couple of finger dressings, a few plasters, some wound seal powder, which is hemostatic, obviously not quite as hefty as this, but the idea of the wound powder is to seal smaller wounds that I don't necessarily want to ruin my camp for. So, also I have some more nitrile gloves, a few more dressings, and a large military wound dressing. Okay, so that is the contents of my bleeding control pouch. Now time to move on to the next one. So now we're going to move into the second pouch here. Again, I haven't got it labelled, but I will have it. I'm just haven't got around to doing it yet. This one is my burns pouch. So inside here I have some burn soothe gel. I have a few small sachets of burn gel also. And I have 3 packs of burn shield. So this is a cooling, hygienic, healing kind of a pad, so to speak, which you can use on the burn to help reduce its severity and also to reduce a bit of the pain and prevent infection. One thing I need to add to this kit is some burn dressings to use in conjunction with this or simply on their own. So I've got 3 packs of burn shield there. And not really related to burns, but I don't know where else to put it. I have a instant ice pack there. So pop it, give it a shake and apply it, and it will help cool and reduce swelling. Okay, so that is what I have in my burn pocket. Time to move on to the next one, which will be kind of the miscellaneous. Okay, so down here we have the miscellaneous kit. We have some antibacterial hand gel. Hygiene is really important when you're out in the field, especially for dealing with injuries. We have some tea tree oil. Not only does it smell amazing, but it also has a number of medicinal properties, so I'll put that in there. We have some more sterile water for helping with irrigation of eyes or injuries. And we have a bites and stings kit. So this contains some small plasters, antiseptic wipes and insect repellent. So this is more in there for the kids if they get stung or something like that. It's amazing the placebo effect that a moist cleansing wipe has on a child. It instantly takes the pain away apparently. So yeah, so that as well. So that is the contents. Oh, one more thing actually, sorry I should say. I have a Zap It, which if you get stung, you can put this on, pop it on, and somehow it takes the pain away and help reduce swelling. So some kind of witchcraft, but it seems to work. So that is the contents of the miscellaneous pouch. Next time to move on to the airway pouch. So here is the airways pouch. Inside here we have a resuscitation face shield, a pair of nitrile gloves, and a more heavy duty rebreathe pocket mask, which is an upgraded version of this. So open that up. and it provides a awesome one-way valve to stop vomit and blood coming into you when you're trying to give someone CPR. What I'm looking to do in the future is to go on a FOPOS, a first person on scene course. On that course I'll be able to learn how to use other aids to manage an airway. At the moment I'm not trained in that, which is why I don't carry kit in this bag for doing that. I don't want to cause someone more injury by trying to maintain an artificial airway. So at the moment I've just got basic CPR stuff, and hopefully that'll be enough for anything I come across until I do that course. Okay, so that's the main pouch shown off there. Now it's time to move on to these two mesh admin panels. One thing I'd also like to add is I've put a couple of the atom lights on the zip pulls here, and also one on this MedTree lanyard, just to provide a little bit of illumination for what I'm doing if it's dark. So I'm going to pull that one and have a look in this top one first. Okay, so in here I have a bunch of wound cleansing wipes. I have a big bumper pack of various plasters. So I've got blister plasters and standard plasters or band-aids in there. Have some water purification tablets here. I have a hazardous waste self-sealing bag here to deal with any blood-soaked clothing or dressings. And I have some ultimate survival food, which is some Kendall mint cake. Okay, so moving down into this panel, I have in here another foil blanket. I have a orange smoke grenade, so this will put out smoke for about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. So this would be used to attract attention or to show emergency helicopter personnel which way the wind direction is blowing, that sort of thing. So especially to aid in rescue. And I have this pouch here, which I've put some basic medication in. So I have, well, actually it's not in here, but I need to put it in. Some Diorolite to help top up fluids if someone's not feeling too well. I have ibuprofen, antihistamines, some insect wipes, insect repellent wipes, aspirin, paracetamol, and I think most important for outdoorsmen, a tick card, because ticks are horrible and we don't want them on us. Okay, and that is it for my first aid bag. Okay, so that is the contents of my medical kit. I like to think it's pretty comprehensive, but there are still some things that I want to add and take away. Like all things in life, you should be always looking to improve, whether that be lightening it, adding more, getting extra training for yourself. All goes a long way to helping keep you and others safe. So yeah, really happy with the actual kit itself as it currently stands. More than happy with the actual bag. This is a Rush 12 and I think it's just the perfect size for small or large group first aid activities. You can pack it full of stuff and it's packed with features to help maintain that kit admin, which is really important in an emergency. So I'd just also like to say thank you to some good friends of mine. The reason why I've got this Rush 12 and a Rush 72 is because they are awesome. You know who you are watching this video, so thank you very much for that. It really is awesome.